"We wish Vanessa were our only child," Dad said at dinner. I smiled. "As you wish, Dad." 6 months later, their empire crumbled without me. My parents own a chain of dry cleaning stores, 7 locations, built over 25 years, started with 1 machine in a strip mall and grew into the biggest dry cleaning business in the county. I've worked in the business since I was 14, started pressing shirts after school, learned the machines by 16, managed a location by 19. By 24, I was running operations for all 7 stores. Scheduling, inventory, vendor relationships, customer complaints, payroll, everything that kept the doors open and the machines running went through me. My sister Vanessa is 28. I'm 26. Vanessa has never worked a day in the business. Not one shift, not one shirt, not one customer interaction. She went to college, got a marketing degree, works at a PR firm downtown, wears blazers and drinks oat milk lattes and posts LinkedIn articles about leadership mindset that get 11 likes. My parents worship Vanessa, not because she's contributed more, because she looks like success. The degree, the office job, the professional wardrobe. She represents what my parents wanted for their children, a life beyond dry cleaning. I represent what they needed, a life inside it. The dinner happened on a Sunday, family dinner, my parents' house. Vanessa was visiting. I'd just finished a 12-hour day covering 2 locations because an employee called out, and the weekend rush was brutal. I sat down, exhausted, smelling like industrial detergent and regret. Vanessa was telling a story about a work trip to Miami, hotel with a rooftop pool, client dinner at a steakhouse, a conference where someone important recognized her firm's name. My parents were mesmerized. "That sounds wonderful, honey. We're so proud of you." Our Vanessa, rubbing shoulders with important people. Then my dad said it, not to me, to the table, like I wasn't there, like the chair I was sitting in was empty. "We wish Vanessa were our only child." He didn't say it with cruelty. He said it with the casual honesty of a man who'd been thinking it for years and finally let it fall out of his mouth at a dinner table like a dropped fork. The room went still. My mom looked at her plate. Vanessa looked uncomfortable. I'll give her that. She didn't smile, didn't agree, just looked at her lap. I looked at my dad, the man I'd worked for since I was 14, the man whose business I'd kept running for 10 years while his favorite daughter posted on LinkedIn about leadership she'd never practiced. "As you wish, Dad." I stood up, picked up my coat, walked out. Monday morning, I didn't go to work. For the first time in 10 years. Didn't call, didn't text, didn't answer when my dad called at 8:15 asking why store 3 wasn't open yet. I sent 1 email to my dad, my mom, and the family accountant. Effective immediately, I resigned from all positions in the family business. My responsibilities include, but are not limited to, daily operations for 7 locations, scheduling for 32 employees, inventory management, vendor negotiations, payroll processing, customer service oversight, and equipment maintenance coordination. A transition guide is attached. I recommend hiring 3 people to replace me. Good luck. 3 people. Because one person doing 3 people's jobs for 10 years is either dedication or exploitation, and my dad's dinner comment helped me figure out which one it was. Week 1 without me. Store 3 opened 90 minutes late because nobody knew where the keys were. I had the only spare set, in my purse, which was at my apartment, where I was watching Netflix. Week 2. 2 employees quit because nobody processed their schedule requests. The system I'd built, a color-coded Google sheet that took me 2 years to perfect, was incomprehensible to anyone who hadn't built it. Week 3. A vendor canceled their supply contract because my dad missed a reorder deadline I'd been managing for 4 years. The chemicals they use to clean garments aren't available at Costco. They come from a specialty distributor who requires consistent ordering, or they move to other clients. Week 4. My mom called. Not my dad, my mom. Because my dad was too proud to admit the empire was cracking. "We need you to come back. Dad wishes Vanessa were his only child. Let Vanessa run the business." Vanessa doesn't know how to run the business. Exactly. Month 2. Store 5 closed temporarily due to equipment failure that nobody knew how to troubleshoot. I used to fix the machines myself. YouTube and a toolbox. It saved them $12,000 a year in repair calls. Without me, the repair company charged $4,000 for a fix that took me 30 minutes and a new belt. Month 3. Payroll was late. Twice. 3 employees filed complaints with the labor board. My dad hired a bookkeeper. The bookkeeper quit after 6 weeks because the systems are held together with duct tape and one person's institutional knowledge. That one person was me, and I was at home, painting my apartment, sleeping past 6 a.m. for the first time in a decade, discovering that my back pain disappeared when I stopped lifting 60-pound chemical drums every morning. Month 6. My dad came to my apartment, not called, came, stood at my door, looking 10 years older than the man who'd sat at that dinner table wishing I didn't exist. "The business is failing. I know. We can't find anyone who does what you did. Because what I did was 3 jobs for 1 salary. Nobody signs up for that voluntarily. I made a mistake. You made a statement, at a dinner table, in front of my face. You said you wished I didn't exist. I didn't mean it like that. You meant it exactly like that. You wished Vanessa were your only child because she looks like success. I look like work. And you valued the appearance over the reality. Can you come back? Not for the same terms. New salary. 3 employees hired to cover the positions you've been underpaying me for. A partnership stake in the business I've been running for a decade. And an apology. At the same dinner table. In front of the same people. He agreed to everything. Because he had no choice. The empire he built was designed to be run by the daughter he dismissed. And the daughter he celebrated couldn't name a single chemical used in the machines. I went back. New terms, new title, new salary. 3 employees hired to handle the workload I'd been carrying alone. The Sunday dinner apology happened 3 weeks later. Same table, same people. My dad stood up, looked at me. I said something unforgivable. And the 6 months that followed proved that the child I dismissed was the one holding everything together. Vanessa was there. She didn't say much. But after dinner, she pulled me aside. "I'm sorry he said that. You didn't say it. But I benefited from it. Every compliment I got was built built on your work. And I never acknowledged that. You're acknowledging it now. Is that enough? It's a start. She hugged me, the first real hug in years. And standing in my parents' kitchen, smelling like the industrial detergent I'd spent a decade pretending I didn't love, I realized the empire never crumbled because I left. It crumbled because they finally saw what it looked like without the daughter they wished didn't exist holding every piece together.